I've changed my TT bike. I was quite conscious after a couple of years on the Plasma 6, which again, it's one of the most expensive bikes you can buy. You know, I went all in on that, but it's never felt right for me. I had a couple of accidents on it, maybe early doors, maybe that's put me off it. But I did feel it wasn't great to handle for me. I thought it was heavy. I'm a small guy. I just didn't feel comfortable on it at all. So I made the decision to go to a TT bike. Went for the giant Trinity. Had that specifically built by Matt Bottrell. The main thing we wanted for that to be more like a road bike, so I could handle it like a road bike. I think we've got it down to about 7.9 kilos, and that's with the pedals on, with the titanium pedals. Went down the side as well. The Plasma was a medium. I managed to get on a small because I was borderline small medium, and so that got the weight down a little bit. 2 or 3 things. Saddle, we went light saddle, or lightish saddle, ceramic bearings. Yeah, we went all in on to try and get it as light as we could, and I think we achieved that. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it out here. It's 3 kilos lighter than the Plasma with the race setup on both. So maybe, you know, I think one of the things where I saw most of the races, particularly in the UK races, if you look at the English championships this year, it's borderline whether you go on a road bike, it's that hilly. But again, you lose the gains, you know, on the downhills by not having a TT bike. The British nationals are the same. It's on quite a rolling hilly course. Ibiza, very, very similar. Maybe not as hilly, but it's still got quite a big climb. A couple of big climbs in there. Yeah, there's very, very few flat races that I do where maybe a heavier bike would be more beneficial. Most of the races that I do are quite hilly, so that's my thought. Going for a lighter bike is sort of come round. So, but we'll wait and see. The proof's in the pudding, as they say. I'm quite confident that the setup will work for me. It will work for everybody, but I think it worked for me. Yeah, Shimano gears, Di2 obviously, Dura-Race, which is the same setup, similar setup that I've got on my road bike. Yeah, I've gone 65mm on the wheels, gone the K-Dex. Matt Bottrell said he will lend me his disc if I ever need the disc off his bike. But again, most of the races, because they're so hilly, I probably wouldn't even have a disc on there. But maybe in the future, we'll see. It's just squeezing them brakes a little bit harder than you would do on a hydraulic brake. But yeah, I don't think it's a big deal for me. Giant have tested it in the wind tunnel, and Matt will tell you all singing and dancing that there's not that much of a difference between that and the disc. From a TT point of view, from an aerodynamic, I don't think there's a big difference, but from that handling, going down the hills, there's obviously, the disc brakes are far superior, and obviously far quicker to react. But as soon as you get used to it, I don't think it's a big problem.